Yes, Neha. So, do you remember like what are we studied in body movements?
Yes, ma'am, we studied till the movements of plants.
Yeah, we were studying about movements of plants. Yes, actually, movements of plants is not in our syllabus, but I just told extra things like it may be good to learn extra things always. So yes, you can. I'm thinking Bhavesh will join. Let's wait till 35. If he's not joining, then we'll start the session. Okay. Okay, Neha. Bhavesh is not coming. I think so. Uh, let's start with the class. If Bhavesh comes, you can talk about whatever we prepared today. I mean, you prepared today. So we will talk. We will go to class today. Okay. Neha, are you there?
Yes,
Okay. So we will have the class today. Okay. If Bhavesh comes, then we can have the talk. Yes. You can see the screen, right?
yes,
And Neha, how was your test?
ma'am, it is great.
Was it good? Right?
Yes,
What was your score? I forgot.
working.
Full mark. Very good. Okay, Bhavesh got less score. Okay, fine. 40. So, did you feel any difficulties in the question paper? Like, was it all good?
No, ma'am, actually, before writing the test, I was a little nervous. Like, I don't have exams in my class, like in my school till fifth class. So I was tense, but the question was easy.
Yeah, I actually gave only from the slides and whatever we spoke in the class, I just gave those things. So no problem. So we were talking about joints, right? So what are joints? Mm, like I told you, joints are the way. So here we have a joint. So wherever you have joint in your body, you can easily move that part. Right? We have also seen this activity, like where you can have the movement in your neck. You can move 360-degree and everything and all. So what are joints? Did you notice that we are able to bend or rotate our body in places where two parts of our body seem to be joined together? Yes, right? So for example, this part and this part is joint. So this joint with the help of elbow, right? I can move. So wherever the two connections are made, like these connections are made, those two parts you can actually move. So those are simply called as joint. So can you name more such joints in our body?
Um, Mama knee joint,
Like joints. Where are so now I told you like what are joints. Now tell me where you can see joints in your body. Where all you can see joints.
mama knees, like uh, knees,
Nails?
Ma'am, knees.
Knees. Oh, correct.
Our elbows.
Mm-hmm.
Our fingers.
Pelvis?
My fingers.
Fingers. Yes, correct.
Ma'am, our neck.
Neck, correct. Yes, correct. So these are some of the joints you can see where no the part of the body is joint and can even move that. So if our body has no joints, for example, do you think it would be possible for us to move?
No.
No. For example, this whole part from here to here having no joint, right? Just take down this part, take down this part. So can I move this thing from here to here? Can I move? No, because we don't have joints. So joint is something, to remember it's basically the screw and the screw, screw fixed together. So wherever you fix something, no, you fix with the help of screw, right?
Yes.
Nut and bolt. So joint is basically nut and bolt. So here, some of the, how some of the things I have taken. Huh. So moving our joints involves the coordinated actions of muscles, tendons, ligaments, and bones. So, before that, we'll see, what does bones. So, for bones, so we have something called bones. Do you know what are bones?
Yes.
Yes. Can you tell me where the bone is present in your body?
Ma'am, in our skull.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, our whole body.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, that is that thing. To press your finger against the top of your head here, right? Top of your head, and face, and cheeks, nose, ears, back of your shoulder, hands and legs, everywhere, including the fingers and toes. Do you get a feel of something hard pressing against your finger? Your finger is not like sponge, going inside completely. No, right? Some
Yes.
solid particle is there inside your finger. Now, that hard solid particles are nothing but bones.
Yes.
Okay? So you can repeat this activity, and see in which part of the things you have bones and which part you don't have bones, right? Bones cannot be bent. Joints are useful for bending. Please remember this point. Joints are helpful in bending. Joints are present where you can, if joint is there, you can bend that structure. But bones are just opposite to that. Neha. Bones cannot be bent. Okay. Best example is Hmm, like voluntary bone actions. Elbow. It's like take elbow. So how do we see even there? How do we bend our elbow? Right? We are bending our elbow with the help of joint, right? It is not the one long bone from the upper arm to our wrist. It is different bones connect joined together at the elbow. Similarly, there are many bones present in each of the body. For example, I'll go to images. I hope you can see my screen, right? See? See, these are the bones, right? So we have types of bones also. See, this is a skeleton. So short, long bone, sesamoid bone, irregular bone, right? These are the bones. See, this types of bones. So in the types of bones, we have flat bones, and we have long bone, and we have short bone, irregular bone. Irregular bone is they don't have specific regularity like this only, like that only, nothing like that. They will be irregular bone, right? And sesamoid bone. Sesamoid bone is very, very small. No, it's like sesame. Why it is called sesamoid bone? Because it's in the sesame shape. And thoracic vertebra, it's also a bone. So best example, the vertebral column that we have, that is also a bone, right? Vertebral column. Now, see that now see. Can you tell me like what is the difference between skeleton and the bones? So bones are don't see the screen. Like I'll stop. So what is the difference between what is skeleton? Skeleton system is complete system, and I am asking you like what is the difference between the skeletals and the skeletons and the bones?
Ma'am, bone is a hard structure
Mm-hmm.
present in many parts of our body. And
Mm-hmm.
skeleton is a framework of bones which gives support
Correct.
to us.
Correct. Actually, the group of bones make up the skeletal system. Correct. So you cannot say that they have some difference. So actually, you can see here, bones are the part of skeleton. Okay, they are the framework of the bones and the cartilages. They make up the whole skeletal system. So you cannot say like the bones are different from skeleton. No. And you can see here, the human skeleton is made up of around 270 bones. So these are very important key points. So the human skeleton is made up of 270 bones at birth, but some fuse together as a person grows up. So basically, when you would be seeing, no, when the small kid is there, just born kid, they will be telling you should not lift the kid without holding here, right?
That's what I
Have
remember.
you do you know that like they will be telling should not lift the just born baby just like that. You should not lift on your own,
Like,
because the
yeah,
bones will be very fragile, right? It will be very fragile. If you do something, na, the bones will be break. They will break. So you should handle with care. Just born babies, and they will say, especially while lifting them like this, now by catching them on hands. So they'll be saying you have to take care of this area. So why they will say because the bones are very small, and at birth they will be bones will be like around 270 bones will be there. So very fragile bones. They'll be very fragile, as if you have to handle them with very care. And when you grow up, this problem won't be there, right? When you grow up, now nobody is caring about us, right? Now when you grow up, they don't care about our bones and all. And our mothers break our bones by beating us. So it's not like that, right? But when you grow up to elder and elder, the more elder you grow, your bones become very strong. Yes. Okay. So that is actually a book. So now you had some idea on bones, right? What is bones and everything. Yes. So what is the largest bone?
ma'am, I forgot the name, but it's present in our thigh.
What? You're not clear.
Ma'am's femur.
No, still you're not clear. I mean, your voice, I can hear your voice, but clarity was not there.
Ma'am, now?
Okay, tell me.
Ma'am, it's femur.
Femur, right?
Yes.
What is femur actually?
So femur is the thigh bone.
Thigh bone, yes. So by just seeing itself, you can tell, no, thigh bone is the longest one in the whole body, right?
Yes.
Yes. So these are the important questions that you may get. So I will also share you, the structure of femur. One second, I'm sharing. Can you see the structure of femur?
Yes.
So this is basically, the structure of femur. So see, this is very complex structure. You don't want to remember everything and everything. Just see, this is the right femur. This is the right femur posterior view. This is the anterior view. So it's basically the thigh bone. Yes. So these two are the head. Femur capitis neck. You don't have to memorize these things. Just for your reference, I have made. So now we will talk more about joints. Okay. So, you moving your joints involving the coordinated actions of muscles, tendons, ligaments, and bones. So, joints means something that is interconnection between the two parts of your body. So, if that is so, can you just tell me like joints are something very different? No, joints are not something very different. They are nothing but the coordinated actions of muscles. If I am moving muscles, if I'm moving tendons, I'm moving ligaments, we will say one by one, we will see what are these and bones. Right? So we will have, simplified explanation of how these things are working, right? Muscles. So first and foremost is muscles. What are muscles?
The muscles,
Mm-hmm.
muscles surround our bone. They help us in our movement.
Okay, so muscles basically, you can tell me a popular muscle.
I'm sorry.
Any popular, like your favorite muscle or popular muscle?
Uh, cheeks.
Cheeks. Okay. Cheeks a muscle?
No, no, our tongue. Our tongue.
Correct, correct, correct. Then, so muscle is basically, the muscles are the primary movers of joint. They are attached to bones via tendons. So muscles and bones are attached to each other. This one is again very important. Muscles and bones are attached to each other via tendons. Muscles always work in pairs. When one contracts, the other relax. This action allows the movement at the joints. When the muscle is contracting, that makes that actually allows the joint to move. So when the muscle is contracting, the other one relaxes, and contraction relaxations make them to move at the end, like they'll result in the movement. So the joints, so one important thing you have to like, muscles are the primary movers of joints. So how they are, that is happening is they are attached to bones via tendons. So what is tendons, we will see next. Bones are attached to tendons. Muscle work in always in pairs. So when one muscle contracts, the other muscle will lose its, relaxes. This action allows the movement at the joints. Yes. So next is tendons. So tendons are basically, rough fibrous tissue that connects muscles to bones. So tendons are basically tissues. Remember this point. Tendons are rough, tough, fibrous tissue. They are fibrous tissue that connects the muscles to bones. So the important work of tendons is to connect muscles and bones. One second. Wait a minute. I'll share you the picture. One second. Wait, hold on.
All right. Ligament basics. Sometimes confuse tendons with ligaments.
Uh, we will see a video. Okay, we'll better understand it. Can you see the screen? Neha?
No, no.
With ligaments.
Okay. So this is just 2 minutes video. Okay, let's see. Huh? Okay. So this will be, explaining you the in the graphical mode, so that they will show you what is ligament and all.
Ligament basics. Very simply, ligaments are around to hold our bones together. It's all part of this thing we like to call the musculoskeletal system. Now, people sometimes confuse tendons with ligaments, and while they have some similarities, tendons attach muscle to bone, and ligaments attach bone to bone. Now, if you look at any joint, you'll find a whole array of ligaments functioning to stabilize and limit the movement of the bones within. Take the knee, for instance. You have the femur here, and then the tibia and fibula. On top of that, you have your kneecap or patella. Now remember, ligaments connect bone to bone, and in the knee, let's show these 4 major stabilizing ligaments. This is your ACL, here's your PCL, here is the MCL, and here is the LCL. Now, if you've ever tweaked your knee ligaments or any other ligament in your body, say sprained an ankle, then you'll probably want to know what you can do to strengthen and heal them. Unfortunately for us, torn ligaments are not like broken bones. They won't just reattach themselves and heal. Here's the basics. Ligaments are composed mostly of long, stringy collagen fibers that create bands of tough, fibrous connective tissue. Ligaments themselves are slightly elastic, so they can be stretched and gradually lengthen, increasing flexibility. But if stretched beyond a certain point, ligaments can become overstretched and compromise the integrity of the joint they're supposed to be stabilizing. So, stretch with caution. And as a little tidbit, the term double jointed actually refers to people who have highly elastic ligaments, which allow them to move their joints into more extreme positions than most people. Now, if you did injure a ligament, you might as well go to the doctor. Trained orthopedic docs are usually the best at diagnosing these injuries. Work with them and the physical therapy staff to find a rehab routine that suits your needs. And you're doing that to get back on top of things as quickly as possible. Thanks for watching this video.
Okay. So now, did you understand the video? We'll go back to the notes now.
There is a question. We are a creative species.
So he just shown you, right, how it works. So I'll also show you. He just drawn two things that joints. So basically what is tendons? Tendons are the fibrous tissues that connects muscles to bones. So when you have bones here, remember some muscles are there. Okay. So if you want to connect the bones and muscles, bones with muscles, you need tendons. Right? When I want to connect the bone with bone, then I need ligament. Yes? Understood, Neha? When I want to connect muscle with bones, what I need? Tendons. When I want to connect bone with bone, then I need
Ligament.
very good. That's what I explained in the slide also. So ligaments are the strong bands of connective tissue that connects bones to each other around the joint. So wherever the joint is there, their ligaments will be there. You have to better understand this. So first are tendons. Tendons are tough. They are fibrous tissues. Ligaments and tendons both are tissues. Okay, both are fibrous tissues. Okay, for tendons, they connect the muscles to bones. When muscle contract, they pull on tendons. So whenever the muscle contract, they pull on tendons, which in turn pulls on the bones, right? So causing the movement at the joints. So when it comes to ligaments, they basically they are gonna connect the bone with bone. So if you see, can you see this diagram? So see, this is our hand actually, joint capsule. So these are the joints, right? These are the joints. So ligament bind bone to bone. So see, this is a skeletal muscle. Tendons bind muscle to bone, right? See, this is a skeletal muscle and this is the bone, and they are binding the tendons or something that is gonna bind the bones and the muscles, right? One more picture I'll show you. See this picture, this is very clear. So this is whatever you're seeing this part. Whatever you're seeing this part is nothing but the skeletal system. You can say that is bone. Okay. And whatever you're seeing this part is bones. These are bones. These are the bones, and these are this. And they both are joined together with tendons. Can you see? The white color structure is called tendons. Yes. And when the two bones are attached like this, when you want to attach two bones, then two bones are attached with the help of ligaments. But when I want to attach this and this, that is basically the muscles to bones. When I want to connect the muscles and bones, this is a muscle, this is a bone. Can you see the red color stuff? Yeah, I just made this opposite. The red color thing is muscle actually, right? This color is actually the bone. So can you see the bones and the muscles are connected with each other with the help of tendons? Can you see the white color structure, Neha?
Yes, ma'am.
That is a tendon. So this is a muscle. The red color structure is muscle. The half white color is bone. The muscle and the bone are connected with each other with the help of white color structure that is called tendons. This one. Here also the tendon is this actually, right?
Yes, ma'am.
These are the tendons. This is a muscle. The red color structure is muscle, and this color is bone. Understood, Neha? Understood what is muscle, what is tendon, and what is ligament. And basically these three, no, they just look like this. They are fibrous. They are made up of fiber. So, when it is fiber, they look like, thread. Hello, Neha, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you were lagging before.
Okay, so did you, okay, sorry. Now am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So see, now we have ligaments. Ligaments are strong bands. So you know what happens when there is a muscle. So when I pull the muscle over, it stretches. So when I get sprain, so what is the main thing of, they'll be telling I got a sprain. So what is a sprain? As that the video told, whenever this ligament, breaks, whenever the ligaments are what?
The ligaments are uh, fabrics which join bones and bones.
They join two bones, basically, right? Yes, ligaments are used to join two bones. This is a bone one, this is a bone two. They help to join the both bones, right? Yes, Neha,
Yes, ma'am.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What are tendons?
Ma'am, tendons are fibers which join muscles and bones.
Very good. So basically, ligaments are these things that is gonna join two bones. Tendons gonna join muscle and the bone. See the muscle and the bone. Okay. So now my question is when you get sprain, what is the difference between getting sprain and getting fracture?
So fracture is a crack in the bone, and
Okay.
sprain is stretching
Okay.
the bone.
So fracture is basically, it cuts the bone. So when when the bone is when the bone is broken, for example, take this bone. Okay. When the bone is broken, then you say it is a fracture. That case is fracture. That is basically fracture. When what is sprain in the sense when the joints in the bones break. Basically when the ligaments break.
Now, but in the video they said when they overstretch, it causes a sprain.
What?
Ma'am, in the video they said that when ligaments overstretch, it causes sprain.
Overstretch, like you can say injury, or if they cut down completely. Like when you have more force at like when you put more force and when you stretch them more, no, the possibility of breaking is not that much. But when you stretch them more, when you have some injury on like that, then that eventually causes the sprain. That basically deals with the ligament, right? When you stretch it more, and you tearing also. tearing also happens. So sometimes, are you there, Neha?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's basically the bones are there. For example, these two bones are there. They are joined together with the ligament. If you stretch your ligament more, or if you break them, like you basically you tear them, both causes sprain. Both causes sprain.
Oh, okay.
But when a bone itself broken, for example, take this is a bone, when the bone itself broken into two, then it is basically called as fracture. So you should be clear. I'll better delete this slide. So this slide is better, right? So when the bone cracks, then cracks or breaks, when the bone breaks, it is called as fracture. When the ligament joints breaks or apply more force in them and you stretch it more, then it is sprain. Yes. Okay. So yes, this. So there is something called synovial fluid. Now we are going to talk about synovial fluid. Joints are surrounded by synovial fluid. Okay, so joints are always, actually what happens. So we'll have a new slide. So it's like you have two bones, bone 1 and bone 2. Okay, so these two are connected with the help of ligaments. Here you have some fluid in this part, especially you have some fluid. That fluid is called synovial fluid. That fluid is called synovial fluid. Okay.
Yes.
Now, did you understand like two bones will be there? Here in this area only, you will have the synovial fluid. That is exact place where synovial fluid. Joints are surrounded by synovial fluid. Always they are surrounded by synovial fluid. So what is the major importance of synovial fluid is because which lubricates, so helps in the lubrication. No, they should always some lubrication. Then only you can what is the main importance of having synovial fluid? Like they will be maintaining the lubrication. So why we need lubrication? Can you guess why we need lubrications?
Ma'am, it helps our movement. Like
What?
when we move, it causes lubrication.
Yeah, actually, the main importance of lubrication, when something is there, they apply grease on them.
Yes.
Why the application of grease? Like why they apply the grease? Because to reduce the lubrication, sorry, to reduce the friction, right?
Yes.
So the same thing happens here. When you move the bones, joints are there, Neha. I move my joints a lot and lot. So if I move my joints a lot, what actually happens? They causes wear and tear, right? Whenever two joints are there, for example, two joints are there, they will, scratch each other, right? Whenever I move, they contact with each other, they collide with each other, right?
Yes.
So if they do more like that, it may cause them damage. It may cause them damage, the wears and tears. For example, like damage will be there. Can you imagine the situation? Like when keep on the two joints are always they are um, each other, they're rubbing each other without any lubrication, it causes damage to them, right? It reduces their lifetime. Yes.
Yes.
So when some fluid is there, that is called a synovial fluid, we say. So this is where the synovial fluid comes into the contact. When
Ma'am,
some fluid is there, then yes.
Ma'am, is synovial fluid a liquid? Like because fluid is always referred to liquid.
I can't get you.
Ma'am, is it in the form of liquid?
Yeah, it is a liquid. It's a fluid, so it's a liquid. They are liquid. Not liquid exactly. They are gel-like structure. They are gel.
Oh, okay.
They are gel-like structure. Synovial fluid is something gel-like structures. The gel will be present in every joint. Wherever the joints are, the gel will be present to avoid the wear and tear, to avoid the friction, over friction of two joints. When you see, I am moving my hands, legs. Per day, I am moving my hands like a lot of time, right? So when I'm moving a lot of time like that, it may cause friction to the bones. It may cause, what is friction, right? What is friction?
Friction is rubbing each other.
Basically, they are in the contact with each other, the rubbing force, basically.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
And this stop.
The rubbing force will be more and more they rub with each other, their lifetime will reduce. Right?
Yes.
The best example, Neha, I can give you the eraser. Eraser you are having, right? So imagine you're using the eraser. You're using the eraser. Is the eraser coming, one eraser if I am by, is the eraser coming to you lifelong?
No.
No, right? The eraser also reduces, no, like when the more you erase, it reduces the amount, right?
Yes.
Yes, what is actually happening? The eraser is there. I am rubbing in the paper, so it causes friction in the paper and it is reducing its size. The size of the eraser is getting reduced. The amount of the eraser is getting reduced only because of friction.
Yes.
Right? And one more thing I'll say, if you bought a new slipper, okay, and you're using the slipper for 1 year, if you take a picture of your new slipper and after 1 year, you can see that the sole of the slipper would be like, worn and would have torn also sometimes. Right? So how that happening? Because of continuous friction with the road. Right? Continuous friction with the road. Same with the in the eraser also happening. Paper is there, you're erasing it. Because of the continuous friction with the paper, eraser loses its texture. Right?
Yes.
Exactly happens with the bones also. So their skeletal system also, when they have more and more contact with each other, when they move a lot of time, they may also reduce, right, their lifetime. So to avoid that, we have synovial fluid. To avoid that, we have synovial fluid. So synovial fluid, basically what it does, it makes a jelly-like substance. It is a jelly-like substance that will be present in between two bones. That will basically present in between two bones.
Yes.
So that this fluid will help in reducing it. It basically act as a grease, right? So which lubricates them and reduces the friction during the movement. This fluid is produced by synovial membrane. So remember this fluid is produced by synovial membrane which lines the joint capsule. Okay, so this is made by synovial membrane. Okay. Wait a minute, I'll get a picture for you, then it will be more good. See here. One more picture I'll get for you.
Yes.
So see here, Neha, can you see?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we were talking about synovial joint, that is synovial fluid, right? So can you see this is the cartilage? So we will talk about what cartilage and all. Okay. So can you see the synovial membrane? This is the synovial membrane, joint cavity filled with synovial fluid. So this is the bone one. This is the bone two, right?
Yes.
The two bones are attached with each other with the help of ligaments. Ligaments I didn't mention here. Okay, and here comes the bone. Can you see the red part is muscle? Sorry. Here comes the muscle, right?
Yes.
Red part is muscle, and this part is bone. This part is muscle, and the both are together. Attached with the help of tendons. See, tendons is here, right?
Yes.
Tendons will be somewhat white in color, so they both are attached together with the help of tendons. This is the tendon part. So this is socket. So this is socket. This is synovial membrane. So synovial membrane is something, the red color one. Can you see the red color one? This is synovial membrane. And inside the synovial membrane, you can see the synovial fluid. That is synovial fluid, this one. Inside that. Can you see the blue color? Blue color is synovial fluid. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Clear with the diagram?
Yes, sir.
Bone, muscle. This is the bone 1 and bone 2. They both are attached together with the help of tendons. Okay. So we have something called synovial membrane. Inside the synovial membrane only, we have the blue color jelly-like substance that is called as synovial fluid.
Fluid.
Yes. So this
Yes.
synovial fluid is going to help in reduction of why synovial fluid is helpful? Yes. Why synovial fluid is helpful?
Ma'am, it reduces friction.
Very good. It reduces the friction. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Why it took a lot of time to say that synovial fluid is helpful in reducing the friction?
Ma'am, I don't remember the name, the other name for friction. You have
Okay. Okay. So what is the main function of synovial fluid? To reduce the friction between two bones, right? Why we should reduce the friction?
Ma'am, so that they don't rub each other
Mm-hmm.
and
Correct.
reduce the and avoids reducing their lifetime.
Correct. Very good. Exactly. So this is another, another diagram that is explaining good also. See, so this is the healthy knee joint. So this is knee joint. The knee is something, your knee, as you told, knee, right? So this is the bone one. This is another bone. See, the two bones are connected with the help of, what is this structure?
Ligaments.
What?
Ligaments.
Very good. Ligament. So see, here also they have mentioned. This part is ligaments. And yes, so ligaments. So here, the muscles and bones are not there. They have not shown that. And actually, you know what happens? The muscle will be here. 1 second, I'll show where the muscle will be. So this is actually knee. So here, no muscle will be there actually. Muscle will be there, and the muscle and this will be joined together. And then if you have like that, so then you will be having what here?
Ma'am, this is a muscle and they are joined with tendons.
Very good. Tendons. You will have tendons. Here they didn't show the tendons part, so they shown only the ligaments part. Okay. So this is what? Can you remember what is this bone called as? Very good, very good. Systemic bone. So do you remember that we spoke about type of bones in the Google? That time it has written systemic bone. You remembered from that, or like you already know?
Ma'am, I remember.
Yeah, so this small bone is called a sesamic bone. Very good. So this is the bone one. This is the thigh bone. We know that. Sorry, knee bone, knee joint. This is actually basically knee joint. See in the right hand side diagram, anatomy of this. So this is bone one. This is bone two. Basically, and see, can you see this one? This green, dark green part is called a synovial membrane. So basically, you know what they are telling? There will be a membrane. Synovial membrane will be there. Inside that membrane, synovial fluid will be there, right? So the membrane is synovial membrane. And then you have something called synovial fluid. This here, the white color is called cartilage. Synovial fluid is the dark green color substance. Yes? Understood?
Yes.
Fine?
Yeah, ma'am.
So this is another picture like synovial membrane. See, tell me here like this is a bone one, this is a bone two. So what is this?
Ma'am, this is the synovial fluid.
Here, synovial fluid is present here. So this is actually the full bone, no? This diagram is differently they have given. So what is this part?
Ma'am, this is the synovial membrane.
No, the white color part.
And the white color tendons.
Yeah. No, not tendons. They are ligaments, no? They are connecting bone to bone. They are ligaments. I hope they are ligaments. This diagram is actually not clear. with this view, we cannot say which is tendon, which is ligament. So here you can easily say this is, this is muscle. So you can tell that this is tendon. So in this also you can tell this is ligament because they are joining two muscles. But in this now we can't say it clearly because it's the lateral view. Anyway, it's fine. But the membrane, the synovial membrane and synovial fluid is very clear. This is jelly-like substance is called synovial fluid,
Yes.
right? And this is the membrane, or surrounded membrane, right? I
Yes,
hope this white color will be ligaments.
Okay.
I hope. I don't know. Because there is no muscle here. If muscles are there, then only tendons may come, right? Or else they are called as ligaments only. Okay?
yes,
Okay, fine. So that's all for today. Hope you understood today's class.
yes, ma'am.
Was it interesting?
Yes, ma'am.
What are all, like, can you give me the summary?
Ma'am, today we learned about types of what are joints,
Very good.
ligaments, tendons, muscles, bones.
Yes. So, yeah, correct.
I know
Correct.
it.
Understood all the concepts. Have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Understood, right? So the homework will be draw the anatomy. I'll show you. Exactly this anatomy you will be drawing. So draw the anatomy of this diagram of synovial joint and this also. This right hand side only you draw. This one only you draw. And this one. Okay? To draw and label the parts. Fine?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll share the slide in the WeXL. Okay?
Ma'am, and resources.
Fine?
Yes.
Yeah, resources. Yes. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Bye.